Welcome to Starship Catbird Angel. Captain's Log Supplemental. These are psychic messages for you for entertainment purposes only. We have Yarnak from the planet Excalibur watching us on planet Earth. He looks like a furry bear, brown furry bear with long sloth claws and at least 3 blinking flashing lights. There's those flashing lights again for momentous change. Now, you may have started identifying as Yarnak himself. This is sloth energy. Because there's also the energy of Kill Bill and Spock, who has to get slapped repeatedly to fight for his life. That's the Vulcan way. When a Vulcan is sick, you ask the nurse to slap him. And because you have to fight your way back to life. So it's a fight here on Earth. Yarnak from the planet Excalibur and all the spectators watching us from their starship are very interested about these concepts of good and evil philosophies. And they're very interested to know which one is stronger. It's a fight to the death. And Spirit is killing us softly with its song, trying to wake us up. Slap, slap, slap. You're gonna keep getting the lesson, the same lesson over and over again until you wake up. So you might be seeing this in your own life or notice it in another where they just keep getting slapped in the face metaphorically, or getting a good face shoved in the table, or just face palmed. There is a virus going around, an actual virus. Viruses are demons. And yeah, it's trying to get to me. So Spirit wants me to get a fever because it's been telling me heat retention power. It wants me to burn more up here. So the first client who came is breastfeeding. She has no symptoms, but the spleen totally shot. And I saw it's a force around the neck that wants to just keep you on clamp down. This is for a lot of joker personality types. That's people pleasers who think they're funny comedians, but never voice their discontent, and instead it's a total throat shutdown. The next had a canker sore on their tongue, no other symptoms. She was on my table for about 4 minutes. Before I went in, I felt my throat on fire. I just went in prepared to exercise the thing, but as soon as I went in, I started to burn up. And I just said, sorry, I can't treat you. Because it's actually not good to get any physical work when you have a virus. And I just don't want to get it. And I feel symptoms more than she does. So it's a lesson in boundaries. And then a third time, someone else tries to get a session with me. And I asked, do you have any cold or flu symptoms in the last 2-3 weeks? Oh, just a head cold a few days ago. And they know my policy. So this virus is trying to come to me just because the smack in the face. It's like, wake up, wake up, wake up. Fight for your life. Stop being Yarnak of the planet Excalibur with the long sloth nails. Just not seeing the difference between good and evil. Oh, that's an interesting philosophy. Wake up, like the fawns. Yeah, Mork thinks it's very interesting on Earth how the fawns does this. But this is a very much an Earth thing. If you look at dogs, when they come in, you take off their coats, they come in, you have to shake the head. Death metal, heavy metal, it's a lot of head banging. But it should be like this way. And yes, and no, Indian culture, always wobbling the head, because you gotta get some motion here to wake up. That's, we used to have church bells, which we don't have anymore. And the bell sounds just kind of recenter you. So everything is frequency, everything is sound. Kill Bill, or maybe Kill Bill 2. Uma Thurman is pregnant. So Kill Bill doesn't know that. He just knows she disappeared. She's not working for him anymore. So Bill sends all of his assassins to kill Uma. And when she discovers she's pregnant, she tries to escape to have a new life. And of course, he won't have any of that. Once an assassin, always an assassin. It's the best assassin, and he doesn't know she's pregnant, so it's always to the death with Bill. Frankly, he took it personally, you know. She was his property. And so she has to kill Bill. Because once you have another life that you're caring for, the child. We had all this child baby imagery yesterday. You have to become a killer in the game. And this is why the divine feminine is not just give, give, give. It's also kill, kill, kill. Kalima, that's all she does. She's eating the demons. That's the kill, kill, kill Bill force of the divine feminine. And it's interesting how it's kill Bill. So I think your bills are going to be killed. You're going to have a lot of prosperity come in because we had to avert a potential timeline disaster with Edith Keeler, you know, who was going to change World War II. So metaphorically, could be an AI thing that maybe almost happened. Like maybe we had to avert a terrible global thing. And just the etymology of the name. The Edith means prosperity. Keeler really means a shallow boat, but Keeler sounds like killer. So, like, my claircognizance said prosperity killer. So the killer of prosperity timeline itself, the head of that, the archetype of that, is just got hit by a truck. She's dead. So the prosperity will be shifting hands. The wheel turns. It is important to take action, though, and not stay like a Yarnak of planet Excalibur, pretending that you're not a sloth. Because those sloth nails really give you away. I don't care if you have 3 blinking eyes. You're a slow mover. And it is a battlefront here on Earth. It is. You don't have to fight in it. It doesn't have to be a battle, but you must be aware that it is a battle happening here on Earth. So you're not from planet Excalibur, you're here on Earth. So you must be aware. You're not just a witness through the screen. You're either participating or you're rebuking to create paradise on Earth. You know, a lot of people are down here to clean up the mess. And it's just very sad how a lot of people are well-meaning and want to help clean up the mess, but they're just making a bigger mess. So that's why it's very important to be aware. Be very aware. Know the difference between light and dark. Always follow your conscience, never be manipulated. That's a #1 giveaway for the devil. The devil is all about manipulation.